They came to build a better future, but a military coup put their dreams on hold. Myanmar has been embroiled in a relentless civil conflict since 2021, and now the military wants to conscript 60,000 people a year. Those about to graduate at Australian universities are anxious about their future, as they will need to head home when their visas expire.
They'll be forced to serve in the military of a regime that's the most brutal in Southeast Asia and one that the Australian government has repeatedly condemned for its human rights abuses.
Being forced into this military, especially under a region known for its brutal tactics, it's really troubling.
While some students can apply for a postgraduate visa, that's not an option for 139 Myanmar nationals involved in the Australia Awards program. The scholarship helps people from developing nations acquire skills to uplift their home country, but a mandatory condition stipulates that recipients must depart Australia for a minimum of 2 years following their graduation. Those returning to Myanmar risk being drafted into the military. If they manage to avoid combat duty, they still might be compelled to use their expertise to support the military's agenda.
And in the event that that happens, then the effect is that the Australian taxpayer will have footed the bill for expertise that the Myanmar military can now draw down on because they've been forcibly recruited.
And critically, this is undermining the prospects for a positive transformation and also stability for the country.
A Department of Foreign Affairs spokesperson said Australia was deeply concerned about the worsening situation in Myanmar, and they were working with universities and Home Affairs to ensure the Australia Award scholars were supported. Nations across the Pacific, along with Australia, the US and UK, have condemned the military takeover. Some have introduced sanctions, but Myanmar's democratically deposed government wants more international action.
The military is already disqualified as a military. Actually, they are the terrorists. They are making enemy to its own people.
People are both angry and feeling like anxious and, hopeless, particularly about this implication for the younger generation who will be growing up under these oppressed conditions.
Those left in Australia cling to the hope that one day conditions will improve, allowing them to return to Myanmar and contribute to the country's progress. Lachlan Bennett, ABC News.